everyone, my name is Katie Bueller, and in our Ed Tech class this year, although a lot of the resources we used were very beneficial, one of my favorites to use was the Adobe Spark Pages. I found this resource to be excellent because it's accessible on a variety of technology platforms because it is web-based. So I could make something on my iPad that once I had a URL I could access on my phone, my computer, from a different computer, even if it wasn't an Apple product, which I found very, very beneficial. As far as a teaching tool, I think that Adobe Spark Pages are very useful for educators because they're user-friendly, they're accessible on any technology, and they provide an opportunity to use a variety of different layouts so you can focus on different aspects of a lesson. If photographs are a more effective way of communicating, or if verbal text is a more effective way, or even inserting small video clips, all of those are opportunities on Adobe Spark Pages. This is also a really beneficial tool because students then can look at the pages created by a teacher and work through a lesson at their own pace. This would allow them to stop and look at more in depth at a certain area, or to keep moving forward and not be held back by other aspects of a lesson. This would also be very beneficial if a student had to be absent from class, so the teacher could simply refer them to that page and then be there to support them if they have questions, but their learning would be very individualized and independent. That being said, the Spark Pages could also be very great for collaborative group work and providing instructions for different group projects in the classroom. I think that not only is this an advantage for teachers, but it's also a great opportunity to use this app for students. Students can create Adobe Spark Pages to summarize a lesson that they had gone over or an independent study they were working on, and they could also use it as a collaborative tool on group projects to compile the information that they've gathered and to incorporate different styles of learning with visual and verbal and digital elements, all of which showcase the items that students have created. And it would be a great opportunity to show to parents at parent-teacher conferences, which you can pull up on your computer, and students can show their family and friends outside of class as well. The accessibility of Adobe Spark Pages are a great advantage and an awesome resource for teachers to have. The second tool that I found very, very beneficial was the Everyone Can Create module on creating videos. I think that practicing with a variety of different video recording platforms was a big advantage for me. Using tools like Clips and iMovie and Keynote and YouTube all allowed me more practice with different apps and opportunities to create recordings and footage on the iPad, and also to compile different clips to use for more effective lesson delivery. Practicing with all of these tools made me more confident in using them in the classroom and teaching my students to use them as well. They can use them for different assessment strategies. They might use them daily for a formative assessment by using clips to record a short summary of what they got from a lesson or a specific answer to a problem, or as a summative assessment at the end of a unit by compiling a variety of clips to summarize their learning and create a project, whether it be individualized or with a group. I also think that I would love to eventually incorporate community interviews and connections in my classroom. And one way of doing this is by allowing my students to conduct short interviews with their peers, their guardians, their community, and their family members so that they can focus on different topics that we're discussing in class and exercise their interests through interviewing people that might have similar interests. This might be beneficial in a social studies unit or any other content area that provides a connection to community resources. These apps and opportunities also provide students plenty of creativity. In the Clips app, you can clearly create a variety of different introductions and insert clip art and fun visual effects to accompany any film, so students can be creative and make their presentations their own. And you can also use these to reduce presentation anxiety so that students feel more comfortable speaking and delivering a presentation to their classmates without having to do it in person. And this can be used as a tool to then eventually work up to presenting in class. With all of these, I have learned a lot about how to effectively use video in the classroom and how to use web technologies such as Adobe Spark Page. Although these are two of my favorite activities that we've done this semester, I think that all of the resources that we've used have been beneficial in different ways, and I look forward to continuing to develop my skills with them so that I can implement them in a variety of different classroom scenarios.